Hollywood has an obsession with turning kids' cartoon characters gay. They've been doing it across the board over and over again to the point where it's like you'd think 90% of the population is gay, that they're trying to virtue signal towards. We're still talking like 3 or 4% of the population. And that's why these movies are failing. We watched Bros and how it only got $5 million or less over the weekend when it was really heavily advertised as the all gay romantic comedy. But now they're going further. And so we've seen HBO Max do this before. They're now doing it with freaking Scooby Doo. Gosh dang it. The wholesomest of all shows is no longer wholesome. And that's why we're here, because we will bring attention to this and we will pose a difference for the culture. My name is John Delarose. I am a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. This is my Overmind graphic novel on pre-order for Backer Kit right here. It is a science fiction epic, 66 pages, a good, awesome romp, and of course, we have none of this LGBT BS anywhere near any of my books. So check this out. My link's in the description below if you want to support alternative content to the mainstream. We got to build things up here. I'd love to get cartoons going of this stuff. I'd love to get movies going of this stuff, but we got to make this bigger. It's all up to you guys, and I appreciate your support so far. You've made this our best success ever. We're winning. Things are changing, and we're going to find out that get woke, go broke is a real thing. At least HBO Max is about to. All right, the new news came out today that Scooby-Doo's Velma is confirmed as LGBTQ in a Halloween-themed HBO Max movie. Now, this isn't the first time they've done this with Velma. When they did the live-action movie, they tried to make some titillating thing, and this is a difference in the way that they're doing things now versus then. It was for the guys. They're trying to imply that she swings a little bit so that the guys can think she's a little bit sexy. Obviously, they're not trying to present anything as sexy here. Look at the art style of this. It's quite the opposite. She's being presented as that kind of well, I shouldn't go into that, but you can look for yourself and make your own judgments on this. Anyway, that's what they're doing now, and this is obviously a cartoon, so it's being presented as a kid's movie, like usual. It's a grooming sort of situation. Here we are, long circulating rumor is true. HBO Max's new movie, Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, acknowledges the franchise's Velma is LGBTQ. In a scene from the Toon Pick, they even call it Toon for kids, the brainy, bespectacled Mystery Inc. character is visibly smitten with a female foil. I always thought it was strange coincidence that all of our cases involve some supernatural creature, Daphne says, to which Velma replies, but it wasn't a coincidence. These costumes were created by one person. Enter Coco Diablo, the head of the notorious costume crime syndicate behind the creepy costumes. And of course, Velma fogs up and blushes. So they're subtly putting this into movies because they know that adults are not going to tolerate full-out lesbian makeouts and gay makeouts in their cartoons just yet. So they're having them show that the girls are really interested in the relationships, that they're going to be close, there's going to be hand-holding and things like that. You know exactly how they push this for the grooming, and it's all about trying to program 5- and 6-year-olds into these lifestyles because they want to sexualize these kids younger and younger. We know exactly what Hollywood's game is. We've seen it with the Weinsteins and others over the course of time, and this is no different. This is exactly what they did to Harley Quinn, if you guys remember. This also HBO Max. Here's another television review from Autostraddle. Harley Quinn Season 3 is even gayer and more romantic. Wow, that sounds so exciting. You know that nobody's actually watching this and nobody's actually interested in this, and it doesn't even make sense for the character. The character is all about how she loves Mr. J. That's Joker. That's a man, at least allegedly. Maybe they will turn Joker into a non-binary otherkin in the next feature film in order to make sure that Harley Quinn can stay with her lesbian now roots, whatever the hell this is going on. It's a trend that's happening in Hollywood. It's a trend especially on HBO Max, and we see what's happening with that. I mean, this is Discovery. I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, obviously these films have been in development for quite a while if they're coming out right now, but you know that David Zaslav's out there making those slashes and making those cuts. He took out that Batgirl movie when it had this kind of push towards identity politics, and we're going to see some sinking before things start to get better over at these companies. But I do think there's a sea change coming. There's a lot of different things on the market now, and I'm starting to see a difference in projects that are being announced from what we saw a couple of years ago. we're at the tail end of this, I think. Getting woke is actually making these people go broke. And they're seeing that there's enough Americans who are fed up with being force-fed all the LGBTQ shit in their faces and in their children's faces all the time. Whew. Gosh, what a mistake. Absolutely disgusting. But what can you do? All you can do is not watch it, my friends, and you can support different alternatives like we've got here. Leave a comment down below with what you think. Hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, make sure to back over mine, check things out, and we'll be trying to provide you great quality content in the future. Thanks.